It goes back to that old saying about the pain of change, that people don't change until the pain of change is less than the pain of staying the same. And I honest to God believe that. I had a guy in Fishers, Indiana tell me that at a seminar many, many years ago when we were talking about implementing service contracts. And that's something that I am a firm believer in. I know there's thousands of companies out there that are very successful without using a contract. And I can hear you saying, man, I just service residential accounts. I don't need one. My customers trust me. I trust them. We got a good relationship. I don't need that. And we'll talk about that another day. But the reality of it is we got to be thinking about our company. And why do we build a company? We build a company to sell. If that's not part of your mindset or your model, you need to seriously think about that and ask yourself why it's not. Because you're only going to be so good at this for so long. And at that point, what are you going to have to sell somebody? Are you creating just a bunch of handshake and goodwill? Or do you have something, are you going to have something that somebody wants to buy? And it's more than just service agreements. It's a lot of little things. And that's what we help people with Profits Unlimited, actually is, how do we build a business that somebody else wants? And that you're building the right kind of business as your company begins to grow and people approach you about buying your company. How many times has that happened to you? Maybe it's zero. Maybe nobody's asked you yet. But at some point in time, you're going to get on the radar of a company or multiple companies that approach you about saying, hey, would you ever think about selling your company? And that's when you're becoming an influence in your marketplace. And that's the point where I want to get each and every one of you guys. Not to just be successful and profitable so you can make a good living for your family and your employees can make a good living, but something that somebody else wants. Guy just sent me a text. He says, but what about if you have kids? Wouldn't you want to pass it down? Absolutely. I mean, we got a family business here that's going to be passed along. But at some point, maybe they'll want to sell it. So we got to have things. It goes back to the thing in selling, the simple concept in selling, that do you have something that people want or something that people need? When people want something, they're willing to pay a little more for it. So as you build your business, and yes, if you've got kids and family involved in your business, maybe that is going to pass from family member to family member. And that's an excellent model. That's the model we have here. But at the end of the day, somebody is going to end up probably selling the company at some point in time. So are you positioning yourself to make that happen? Do you have something that somebody wants?